Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. So listen, there are a few things that I want to talk about this morning if I can. So once again, I'm going to be kind of all over the place with the conversation this morning. But before I get started saying what I want to say thank you so much to Royal Rain. Thank you for this cup of coffee, sweetheart. I appreciate you. And actually, I'm going to go to my favorite coffee house today because it's on my way to do what I have to do today. And so I'm going to stop there. And I seldom get the opportunity to go there because it's kind of far away. So I'm going to take that money right to the drive-thru. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. Anyway, let's get started. The first thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about something that a couple people said to me yesterday in the comments. I should have written your names down, but I just didn't have time. Yesterday was a fertilization day in my garden, and fertilization days are always so busy for me. And then you got to, at the end of it, you have to take a shower because, you're dealing with compost and you're dealing with blood meal and basically shit and blood. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's it's no good, nice way to put that. But, it's the life of a gardener, and so when you are fertilizing all of those plants, speaking of plants, listen, remember how I told you I put out a community bulletin telling my people that, hey, these plants here are free and you can come get them, and nobody came and got one? Remember I was telling you that? I wanted to do a little experiment because of what I told you yesterday. Remember how I said I have noticed as I've been getting out and moving that I'm seeing other communities do what it is I have been advising my community we need to do, the things that we need to do in order to get ready. So instead of putting it in the black group, the same exact notice, I put it in the white group. Y'all, they were begging for them. They wanted to pay me for them. I hate that's the truth of the matter. I do, but oh well. It's like one of my viewers said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And then another one of my viewers recognized that I was extremely frustrated with my community. And I am. I'm getting to that point where I'm getting very frustrated again. And you know what I'm going to say, because I thought about that. Not what you said, but what a couple of other people said. Because some people came down on me a little bit. And basically the message that they were sending to me is, you shouldn't basically be so concerned about black folks. And I say to that, maybe you're not concerned enough. Maybe you're not concerned enough. And I think that it is okay for me to love black people and be concerned about black people and to care about black people and to care about our future and to care about our children. I think that that is a perfectly okay thing for me to do. It's something that has compelled me to do the things that I have done and for a long time. And so what you're not going to do is to talk to me like my love for black people is some kind of a character flaw. I'm not going to let you treat it as such. I love black people. I love my community. I want to see my community thrive. And because I am one of those black people whose third eye is wide open, I know, even though a lot of people are not admitting it, I know we're in a recession. And I know how they're setting black people up because I'm very good at looking at all the chess pieces on the board and seeing how those moves are about to be made and how they're getting ready to be made against black people. A lot of y'all got y'all heads in the sand and you're not paying attention to the moves. You're not paying attention to the erasure of our history. You're not paying attention to the dismantling of affirmative action. You're not paying attention to the dismantling of DEI. What do you think those things mean in the long run for Black people and our ability to thrive and sustain ourselves? And what do you think it will mean for Black people if we don't start actively working on a plan B? What the fuck do you think that's going to mean for Black people? For our elderly, for our children, for our communities? I'm just asking. We can't pray our way through this shit. And praying to their God is not going to get us through it. They're praying to their God too, for our demise, whose prayers get answered. As I look at the pieces on the chessboard, it don't look like our prayers are the ones that's being answered. And me wanting Black people to be prepared and to be in community with one another, I'll not let you treat that like I'm the one that's wrong here. And also to that person, when I talked about today is the first, I always worry about people making rent on today. And to the idiot that said that I needed to open up a room in my home as though that's going to fix the fucking problem, I blocked you. You can't comment anymore because you's a fucking idiot. It's always the people who do the most that are expected to continue to have every burden laid on their side while nobody else chips in to pick up the slack any. I don't know what the answer is to all of these Black people, all of my people struggling, paying rent. But opening up my home, my dream, to borders isn't the answer, you fucking fool. Yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated because I'm worried and I'm scared for you, and righteously so. Not enough of us have answers, and too many of us have our heads buried in the sand, and too many of us have dumb remarks to make and dumb solutions that are not solutions. And if we don't figure out how to get in community, we are going to fall behind. We are. To another one of my commenters, I hear what you're saying, sis, and I agree. And I do try to remind myself that Black people, we have been conditioned for 500 years in this nation. Nobody knows that better than I do. But I also know what's coming. And Black people, we need to figure out how to get in community with one another, because they are coming up with more ways every single day to push us further and further and further behind, and to put more and more obstacles in our way, and to make sure and ensure that we do not thrive and that they do. Earth Day is coming up, so those vegetable plants, they won't go to waste, and I'm not going to sell them because I grew them for my community members, and that's who I want to have them. So I understand that I just have to go someplace where like minds are, and that will be the Earth Day celebrations at some of the public places around here, around my city, and I will just hand them out to whoever wants them. And my husband says that he will help me because I grew them for Black people, so that Black people can eat, and so that Black people can have fresh fruits and vegetables. And I spend my own personal money fertilizing them and nurturing them and making sure that they're strong, that you start off with a good strong plant with good roots. I have more and more kids every single morning coming to that library pantry. I know that it's getting tight in households. And like another brother said to me, people are using payday advances to buy groceries. And if you don't find yourselves in these situations, making light of these situations, if you can't help, at least don't hurt. And if you're not going to help, just because you don't want to help, don't hurt. Don't offer us stupid ideas, illogical suggestions, not well thought out strategies, blurting out stupid shit. This is real shit we talking about. This is black people. And some of y'all are here in this space pretending to love black people when really you don't. And I don't know why you here. Damn if I know. But whatever. Whatever. I am frustrated. I am extremely frustrated. And you know what else I'm frustrated about, which brings me to the second, is the way black people are reacting to Deion Sanders, Shador Sanders, and then Beyonce, her Cowboy Carter. And let me tell you, I'm not a sports fan. I'm not someone that tunes in and watches sports, especially football. It's the most boring shit in the world to me. I always felt so guilty that I felt like I wasn't doing enough during the Kaepernick protests because I didn't watch football anyway. So, you know, and so that was an easy protest for me. But I did buy a couple of his jerseys, his t-shirts rather. And I'm not a Beyonce fan either. I mean, I'm a fan of what she has accomplished in her life, her tenacity and her drive. But I'm not a Beyonce fan. I bought one Beyonce album in my whole life. And it sits on a shelf dusty, kind of dusty, you know. Not a Beyonce fan. But you know, I am a fan of black people thriving. I am. And so when it comes to her child and when it comes to the child of Deion Sanders, and it's the way so many black people are willing to do the work that, you know, in order to, it's the way so many of you all are willing to do the work of white supremacy. What the fuck is wrong with these two people handing their legacies to their children? White people do it all the time. White people, they hand their legacies. They've been passing their legacies down. You know, during slavery, they willed their slaves to their children and their wives and significant others. Parents. But somehow when black people do it, everybody got a problem with nepotism all of a fucking sudden. All of the white celebrities whose kids can't act that are in movies now. Scott Eastwood. I mean, and people like that. But when black people finally get to a point in this nation where we have something to pass down to one of ours, it's a damn problem. It's a problem. And it's black people that's got a problem with it. We know why racist whites got a problem with it. They don't want to see black people thrive ever, no matter how hard we work. We should be working that hard for them, for their comfort, for their benefit. But you black people that's got a problem, and the excuses that y'all are coming up with, and the ways that y'all vilify Beyonce so that you can justify the bullshit you say about her, and the way you vilify Deion Sanders so that you can say the shit you saying about his kid too, his son too. But this is a bigger, broader conversation. And because so many of you all are not capable of thinking beneath the surface level, all these imperfect white people have been in positions to be able to hand their kids down their legacies. And y'all ain't got shit to say about none of them. Not nan one of them. If they don't hand them down to their kids, what the fuck they supposed to do with them? What, you want them to sign it over to white folks? We got enough black athletes doing that as it is, by way of marriage or sugar babies. Excuse me. But then I have to calm down and think about what my sister said and remind myself 500 years of conditioning. Y'all have been conditioned to not want the best for other black people, to not want to be in community with black people. A systematic conditioning of you finding fault with black people. And the whole respectability politics. If black people are not perfect, black people don't deserve shit. Black people are not perfect. Black people's kids don't deserve shit. You're not perfect. Why are you trying to hold somebody to the same bullshit, fuck shit standard that you don't hold yourself to? You're not perfect. You fuck up. Somebody looked in your closet, they found all kind of fucking skeletons. All kind of skeletons come falling and leaning out of that closet. That is a white supremacist narrative. And even when black people are perfect, even when we toe the line, even when we do play the respectability politics game, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter. So why play? I tell you, the conditioning, 500 years of conditioning, they have conditioned you to care what they think at all times. They have conditioned you to put them first. They have conditioned you, excuse me, to put other black people last, your community last. They have conditioned you to fight each other over scraps. They have conditioned you to survive and not thrive. They have conditioned you to not want community with other black people and to crave it with them. Meanwhile, they take every piece of your blackness and they recycle it like it's oil and they use it for their own fucking benefit. And you sit back and you allow them to do it and feel like you literally don't have no value in yourself unless you let it happen. Unless they patting you on the head. Good nigger, good nigger. Your communities should come first. Your children should come first. Your love of black people should come first. And you don't have to hate white people while we on the topic in order to do that. I don't hate white people. I don't need to hate them in order to love black people. I don't need to hate them in order to put black people first. I don't have to hate them in order to put my community first. I don't have to hate them in order to think black first. I don't have to hate them. I don't hate them. I hate racism. And so, yeah, I hate racist white people. But I don't hate white people. I love black people, and as a black person, there's nothing wrong with that. And I will not tolerate black people trying to talk me out of that. I'm not the problem here. Maybe sit yourself in a corner and dig deep. Dig real deep. And think about how you feel about being black. And how it relates to people around you who are black. Because a lot of y'all, not as pro-black as you think you are. And every so often, you will make a comment that'll let me know exactly that. And then I'll need to block you. Because you weird. With that being said, a lot of kids, like I said, are showing up for breakfast at the library pantry. Thanks to you all, we were able to get a big old stupid of honey buns, big old stupid box of honey buns. Whoever suggested that over in the room, thank you. Thank you. I think somebody suggested something else and then I kind of piggybacked off of it and got that box. Those are going really well. People love honey buns. So, and the orange juice, thank you. I was able to get 6 cases of orange juice. Those are flying out. But we are low on Pringles. I like to put the Pringles out for them after school, and they like those Pringles, the individual like little boxes of Pringles. So we only have one of those left. And if you're interested in donating to the library pantry and helping us get some more, I would appreciate it. But if not, I understand, because I do know that we are in a recession and folks just ain't got it like that no more. But if you'd like to contribute to the library pantry, if you'd like to contribute to the platform, I would appreciate it. I'll leave my Cash App, Venmo down in the comments. You know how it go. Y'all have a good day. Have a righteous day. Do something nice for someone. Think about what I said. Sit down and really think about how you feel about being Black and how you feel about your community. Think about both. Think about how you feel about being Black and then how you feel about Black people. Because how you feel about Black people will tell you the truth about how you feel about being Black. It will. You can't feel good about one without feeling good about the other. It just don't happen that way. That's an impossible dynamic. It is. Have a good day.